Well, it turns out other people are starting to figure out the same thing we've been talking about, which is when you throw $2.2 trillion out the window, it's going to have some really ugly consequences. The $600 bonus that they're putting on unemployment checks, which if you're a regular watcher or listener of this channel, you will know we did not support that at all. That is $2,400 a month, if it's a 4-week month, for simply a bonus. It's on top of whatever your state gives you. How many people that are getting the unemployment checks with that $600 a week bonus never made $600 a week? Well, it turns out a lot of them, and not only a lot of them, but a lot of them who are actually still working on the front lines at the grocery store, because it works out that if you're getting $600 a week plus an average of $400 from the state, that turns out to be $55,000 a year. Grocery store folks don't make that much money. So, as it says here, an additional $600 a week per week in an unemployment benefits has started going out as part of the Cootie relief plan that was passed in March. But the new that's the part we just talked about, are causing concern for some workers who could be in a position to actually, now see, this is wrong, make more money leaving their jobs. No. They're not making anything with that 600. They're getting. When they are at their jobs and they are creating things, whether it be a service, whether it be an actual device, that's making money. This is getting money. And it's just disturbing that so many people have forgotten that and therefore voice it incorrectly. For an economy already fractured by social distancing policies meant to curb the spread of the cootie, the perverse incentive threatens to do further damage, according to workers, business owners, and economists who spoke to Fox News. It's a huge issue. A large slice of the U.S. workforce will, see now look, no, they will not be making jack. They will be getting more money by not working than by working. David Henderson is an economist and research fellow at Stanford University. That's bad enough, and it is really bad, because that's just straight up inflation. We're all going to be so rich we can't afford anything anymore. The average state already gives $463, so it turns out to 55,000 a year, as we mentioned earlier. That angers, rightly so, some essential workers on the front lines of the crisis. I can tell you as a worker who barely makes over minimum wage at $12 an hour that the whole thing is complete BS. Bernie Sanders? Oh well. Otis Mitchell Jr., who works in West Virginia transporting patients to get medical tests, said, and he's got a darn good point. So many Americans are going to be hurt by this, partly because of inflation, and partly because those who are actually working, who are creating, who are saving lives by feeding us, by getting us the food in the food chain, by taking care of us at the doctor's office, etc. They're not getting this boost. No, it's just really bad. And of course, Nancy Pelosi wants to do another one to extend it beyond the 4 months. That's right. 4 months at $2,400 a month bonus isn't enough. No. And the damage that's going to create from the inflation. Look, the grocery stores know y'all got $600 extra in your pocket. You really think they're not going to adjust the balance with that? Good luck with that. If they don't, it'll be the first time on planet Earth's history. And I know there's a lot of things happening right now that are the first time on planet Earth's history. I don't think that's going to be one of them. So Nancy Pelosi wants to keep going, keep extending it, which means all those people who are taking out the loans through the Small Business Administration or even the Large Business Administration, they're not going to have any employees that want to come back because they're like, hey, I'm getting $55,000 for eating potato chips and playing video games. I don't think so, Mr. Man. Thank you very much, Nancy Pelosi. Please walk away. Just walk away. But if you think that's not enough, of government just throwing money to the wind? Well, we have an example here. Be the light. Why high schools across America are burning stadium lights. I happen to be aware of how much money it costs to run those gigantic lights. It's really, really expensive. If you go and you rent a facility and you need those lights turned on, you will discover quite quickly how expensive it is to burn those lights. And look, there's nobody there. Oh, there is a few people there. So this isn't even probably from the Cootie era. But anyways, here's those lights. Excuse me. Let's see. There's nothing like those Friday night lights. Through the darkness of the Cootie pandemic and uncertain future, high schools across the country are wasting taxpayer money by burning their stadium lights to remind students to keep shining. By wasting taxpayer money on a fact that if you don't open your curtains, you're not even going to be aware they're doing it. And how many people keep their curtains open at night? I know there's a significant number, but are they really going to be looking at those lights and going, wow, that's a good use of taxpayer dollars? Somebody has to be paid to go out there and do it. Somebody has to pay to do the lighting, as in, again, they cost a fortune to run those lights. Well, then why do they do them at the games? Well, so they can do the games at the night, and they charge to get into those games unless you forgot. And they do concessions, but they charge. They definitely charge. So, example after example after example of this crisis being turned into a much larger crisis by throwing money away as if it just falls from the sky, which technically it is for those who aren't working the front lines and aren't getting squat. They're just getting the danger of working with the cootie. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, subscribe. If you want to share it, all the better. Until then, we will see you in the future. Stay safe and healthy out there, people.